Anybody that set their sights on you would be thinking too small.
They'd be thinking too small.
100%. They should have gone to, I want to be Oprah, but they said, I can be Lewis. Okay. Lewis is achievable for me. You pick the fruit off the tree you can see. We for whatever reason, my regret is that I didn't say, bro, I'm going to go to the top of the tree. In fact, I'm going to own the whole orchard.
Wow.
Or even the entire forest, and I'm going to really make a difference. I'm going to be that Rockefeller, J.P. Morgan. I'm going to be legacy, 300, 400 years of dynasty kind of legacy thinking. That's the biggest regret of my life.
Really?
Yeah, because I know I could have done it.
A lot of times I hear people tell me, man, money's not everything, money's not everything, man. Like I kind of know what you're going to say, but I want to hear you.
Yeah, it's not everything. 100% is not everything, but it buys everything.
Exactly.
There's nothing it doesn't buy.
Come on.
Even health.
Come on.
You want better health?
Yeah.
Takes money.
Magic Johnson would be dead if he wasn't a billionaire.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
So you guys that I don't. First of all, I don't even know why you go, money ain't everything. You don't even have enough money to give advice on money.
Yeah, man.
I think you are shut your damn trap right now. You don't have any money. If you don't have any money, quit talking about it.
Yeah. Money.
Just start walking around talking about how you don't have any money.
Yeah.
And what do you want to do about it? Don't tell me that money isn't everything. I know that money isn't everything. It's the only thing that buys a jet.
Come on, man.
It's the only thing that pays for my kids' clothes.
Let's go.
It's the only thing that'll take care of, put us on a trip if we want to go someplace.
Yeah.
It's the only thing that buys advertising on Google or Facebook. They don't take freaking biceps.
Yeah, yeah. My son can't eat happiness.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Everybody's like, oh, money won't make you happy. I'm not looking for happy.
Yeah.
I'm looking for some money right now so I can create some wealth, I can own some property. So one day I don't have to work so much because money's coming in because of the assets I own. And then I can go worry about being happy. And you need to get around people that have stuff that you don't have and that have done stuff you haven't done. And have dreams. You need to get around people that have inflated dreams and dreams that your neighborhood can't think with and your community doesn't even, like you're like, I want to get a boat. Okay, well you before you decide on a boat, you might want to go see somebody who's got a 300-foot yacht because it might change the things that you're thinking about. And before you say, hey, I want to buy a Lamborghini, you should go visit a Lamborghini car dealer and talk to him about owning a Lamborghini dealership rather than owning a Lamborghini. So, because I believe that anybody can do this stuff.
I agree.
I think it starts with the think. We're limited in our thinking because we're middle class. Most of us are brought up poor middle class, and we're limited by the examples that we're raised by. This is a problem too because we take advice from everyone. That's a big mistake that I made as a young man. I would take advice from anyone. Like I was so hungry. And I think this is more your audience than the lazy person. I know we put a lot of attention on people that don't follow up, but I think a bigger problem is you guys take advice from everybody. You watch their clip, take their advice, and then you go listen to Dave Ramsey, and then you move to Boo Boo, and then you go over here to Jim. And by the time you're done, the reason you don't do anything, I actually don't believe in laziness. I believe laziness is caused because of confusion. People don't do anything because they're go left, go right, go straight. At that point, I'm like, the best thing to do is stop because I don't know where I'm going. So that's why I tell you, man, the thing that's really helped me is I'll take one guy and study his entire life. And I could study that life for years, maybe 2 years or 3 years, one person, and never take any other content in. On the money game, it should have never been 10X, dude.
Well, it should have been 100.
I always said it should have been 100X. But I did 10X because people couldn't think with it.
Yeah.
So, but really, I was thinking too small back then.
Really?
I'm still thinking too small. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you.
You're thinking bigger than back then.
Oh yeah, 100. But I'm still thinking too small, right?
But but I'm also curious, like, if you overthink, let's say I'm 1,000X right now.
Yeah.
And you're not prepared for that type of wealth or pressure or experience or opportunity, then is that too big too fast?
No, you should still think bigger because you're not going to know thinking smaller, right? You're not going to know, never going to get there, right? I mean, look, the guy thinks too small and he wins a $1 billion lottery ticket and he got lucky. He's got problems too. He's just got new problems. He doesn't know what to do with the money.
Right.
So if I would have thought bigger,
I don't have the problem of not taking action. Okay, so I'm not that guy. I'm not. You got to deal with whatever you got, right? But I know this: if I thought smaller, I would have taken fewer actions. When you start thinking really big, you have to. If you're going to go get this thing, if you're serious about whatever that thing is, I thought here because I was thinking, oh yeah, that's achievable. But how can a child, a 3-year-old, think that they can pick up 100 pounds or ride a big horse? They can't. It's like not achievable until daddy picks him up, puts him on it, and he's like, oh, I can ride a horse. I can ride it. But when he's looking up, he's like, I can't do that.
Yeah.
Right? So when you're looking you don't have anything and you're just hungry, it's hard to dream, man.
Yeah.
Because your stomach's saying, pay attention to me. Or pay attention to my kids or shoes or whatever your crunch is. Oh, inflation, cost of bananas. This is a fear cycle, man. This is like it's them marketing fear to us to stay small. So we become consumers, not doers.
So your dad gives us each a quarter.
Yeah.
This is 1963, maybe 1964. John Kennedy's probably president. Gives us a quarter, dude, and you would think that me and Gary would like ballers, straight up shot callers, okay? Like, man, you got a quarter, dude. Like, I'm starting to think about what am I gonna buy with this? Because this is when you could buy some shit with the quarter. I mean, you could buy gum, some lifesavers, this is before the big gummy lifesavers that they got today.
The bubble gum, the baseball gum,
it cost a penny. Giant.
They cost a penny.
It was a penny, but they were freaking like 10 times the size.
That's right.
And so I'm going over there, man, I'm flipping my coin, playing with my coin, and bang, my coin falls into this gutter. Big manhole. This is the old manholes they'd have like a 12-inch space between the grates where your ankle could actually fall through it. Like, these were not safe to walk on, okay? And so I could put my whole arm down there, but I can't reach the quarter. I am losing my mind.
You're gutted, dude.
I'm gutted. I'm crying. Oh my God, I lost my quarter. I'm not really, the one thing is I'm not going to be able to buy anything, but the second thing is I got to tell my dad I lost a quarter, bro. And like, I know this comes with a physical punishment.
Oh, you think he's going to hit you?
100%.
For losing a quarter?
I know for sure.
You think this?
I'm going to get my ass whooped because he's going to teach me a lesson. I go home. I'm crying. What's wrong? I'm like, I lost the quarter. How'd you lose the quarter? And he's standing over me. How'd you lose? And Dr. Care's there. So now I got to be publicly humiliated. My dad didn't know any better. He thought he was teaching me something, right? And he was. Grandpa was there. Tony Neal was there.
Neal.
So Tony Neal was a completely different person.
Boy.
Other end of the spectrum. He's like, he either has $5,000 on him or he's broke.
Yeah.
And so my dad stands over me, probably trying to impress the other people in the room, and says, never play with money. Never play with money, man. I was like, oh my God, man. Never play with money. And I was like, okay. And this really damaged me for years with money.
Yeah.
Grandpa Tony grabs me maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes later in the kitchen and says, look, your dad said never play with money. There can be value to that. Or the other part of the lesson could be never go any place with just one quarter.
Bingo. I like that one.
I know you would, because that's how you live, dude. You live like that. Like, but those two things, that story has like haunted me for 50 years trying to figure out, okay, is it save money, protect it, not play with it? Or is it accumulate so many that you can actually lose some?
When did you start selling?
When I had to.
So what was
I started
what was your
selling when
first
I had-
what was your first job? Like
It
a formal job.
Was it a clothing store?
How
I was paid 6% on a $12 tie. I was 16 years old.
Okay.
So I'd make whatever that is, 6% of $12. I mean,
Okay,
I'd make
$7.20.
No, 72
cents. Yeah, 72 cents. Yeah.
Yeah, I hated
okay.
that job.
And how'd you do it? Were you good at it though?
No, I was terrible.
You weren't good at it.
I was terrible.
And
it was awful. The only time I was good at sales was when there was urgency on my part. Like I had to sell it. Like I sold furniture. I was terrible. I got fired. I sold clothes. I was fired from that job. And there was one other job. I think it was a refinery job. I lost that. I lost 6 jobs. But the only time that I ever sold anything successfully was a bunch of fish that we had caught, redfish, red snappers. They caught hundreds and hundreds of them. And I was
You caught yourself.
I was on a supply boat. out in New Orleans, Louisiana, off the coast. I was doing 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off, and I was helping the cook. That was my job, right? It was a total labor boat. 3 of us on the boat. We'd bring supplies out to the oil rigs. I've never told this story, and one day we dropped lines over the boat in about 120 foot of water, and we would drop lines, and it would have 120 foot line, not a fishing pole, a line,
Right.
a rope, dude, with like 80 hooks on it, and you just wait. You sit and wait,
Right.
do nothing, and then you go over there and you pull up 60 fish. Every line had 60 fish.
Really?
So like,
Where was this though?
this is south of New Orleans.
Okay.
So we catch, I don't know, 300-400 fish. We couldn't even keep them all.
Right.
Snapper about this big. So I tell the guys, I'm like, hey guys, can I have your fish? I mean, we can't eat it all. So we put it on ice. And on the way home, when we came in like 8 days later, I stopped door to door. This is how I started my career. Door to door, I was selling fish.
To homes.
To restaurants. To businesses.
Got it. Okay, to
To State Farm agents. Hey guys, I got some fish. It's fresh as shit right here.
You know, I did the same job, by the way, but with boxes of frozen steak and meat and fish. Yeah.
Well, I didn't have enough ice. I didn't plan or I didn't know
Right.
what I was doing. So the fish was going bad.
Got it.
And I'm like, I have to sell this shit.
Right.
Otherwise, it's going to go
So
bad.
what was your rap? What was your pitch back then?
Hey, guys, I got fish. I got fish. That was my fucking stick.
I'll give you really good prices. They're
there's
about
my
to.
straight
If I don't
line
sell them now, they're going to go bad.
I got fish. I just caught them. You want them? And that's how I still sell today, by the way.
Okay.
Like there's no, it's very direct, to the point. Find out if you're interested, and then I move on. I was at a dinner in the Hamptons. There was 52 billionaires in the room. I was the poorest person in the room.
How did that feel though?
It felt inspiring. I'm like, fuck, god damn, the possibility. I don't have envy. I don't have any envy. Like I don't have it. It is to me one of the most destructive things that people have is envy. I don't have that. Like, do I have a chip on my shoulder? Yeah. Do I want to be those guys? No, I don't want to be them. I want to be me. And they show me the possibility.
Do you think that's rare though? And how does someone get over that? Because most people want people to like them and they are envious
It
of
doesn't
others.
work. It doesn't work. You like just study the most successful people. They're like, I don't care if you like me or not. I like me. I have to like me. I have to know the truth for me. I got to know what my path is. I know what my goals and dreams are. The teacher in the classroom doesn't. Oh, you're thinking too big. My mom, I wanted to start a real estate business when I was 31 years old. Called my mom up. She's my best friend. I said, Mom, I'm going to start a real estate business. You don't want to do that, son. That's going to be a bunch of problems. That was $4 billion she would almost talk me out of. I'm like, oh, you crazy? What's wrong with you? Stay in your lane, mama. Love me, support me, feed me. You make great apple pie. Do not give me financial advice.